Hello, I'm Geoffrey Ironfist, back in the game again after a long time. So, back to playing SPGs since ARL V39, my favorite TD, was nerfed. And in addition, I have broken my right hand, as you remember, 18 months ago. So, the younger people are afraid of the physically handicapped. And so those who are programming the game have nerfed all the maps to remove sniping positions and nerf the sniping tanks. So I'll be playing an SPG. Without too much to say, there'll be two battles, both ace dunker games, with a Lorraine 155-51.
C'est tombé juste à côté.
So the quality of the game has not been improving in the sense that battles are even faster than they used to be, especially after the introduction of the Ares American tanks, the Ares series, of course fictitious. And overall the older players have left the game, and so we have a different set of people now. And battles are very fast, so how did that miss? Completely nowhere near. So these two battles are about 8 to 9 minutes. That's about the longest I can get nowadays. And it's only then that you can do well in an SPG if the battle is long enough. My fellow SPG player is awake, so we're both shooting the same tank. One of the symptoms of the poor quality gameplay is that nobody's spotting anymore. So the Ares tanks are going around machine gunning people. Nobody's spotting. There are occasionally some ELC events. And since nobody's spotting, the SPGs are blind shooting. The whole game is just completely changed from what it was. There are still people playing tank destroyers. You can see a couple in this battle. A total waste of time. I assume they're older players who aren't handicapped like me and who want to play a proper tank, but it's a total waste of time. So here I switch my focus to this one. Still blind shooting. Okay, someone else is blind shooting. Nobody's spotting. That's just standard. That's how it is now. Okay, another one's blind shooting that guy. He's been blind shot twice. Okay, the fellow SPG player hit him and it's been taken out. Blind shot.
Véhicule ennemi hors combat.
Ares machine guns have kicked in. That was a blind shot, that was a lucky one. There's only one place for the tank destroyers to go in this map. It wasn't a huge surprise, but I wasn't aiming at him. The concealed one. I was aiming at the revealed one. There's one bush for tank destroyers per map if you're lucky. And so, if there are tank destroyers in the enemy team, you basically know where to shoot. This guy's hiding behind a rock. Totally useless spot. Yeah, that was the game. So, that was an ace tanker game. Here are the results overall. 2,500 win 8. About 6th in the team by damage, a little bit better by experience in the top 3. I think. Oh no, top by experience. Okay, by difference. And yeah, 8-minute battle. So next one will be about 9 minutes. This one also ace tanker. Again, the Lorraine 155-51 on the Sand River map. There aren't also many places for an SPG to go to. You could say that to some extent it's true for other tank types, but SPGs and snipers are extremely restricted with the nerfed maps in terms of where you can go. So you can only go around here somewhere, basically. There isn't anywhere else for an SPG to go to. And I prefer to go here at the corner because you have more range and a little bit of a height advantage. But if the enemy team advances, you're in no spot and you're taken out. Blind shot. Blind shooting is the name of the game. So it's not only that the maps have been nerfed, it's not only that sniping tanks have been nerfed, but without light tank gameplay. Blind shooting is the main option. Among the new skills that were introduced a couple of weeks ago, at the beginning of March, are various skills to reduce damage from stun. Oh, that was a good shot. By the motion. Okay, one of the snipers managed to kill that light or medium. What was it? One of our snipers. That was nice. $61 damage. A few more of these shots, please. Did what I could. Okay, sorry about that. I have fixed my computer. It broke down a couple of months ago. And I have been testing it. I still need to make some improvements. Hopefully everything will be running smoothly very shortly. I have been playing on my laptop, but just SPGs now. If the maps are de-nerfed, then I'll play snapping tanks, perhaps. Yeah. And if the ARL V39 is restored to how it was, used to be one of the tanks I'd like to play. It was one of the most underperforming tanks in Tier 6. And to nerf that of all tanks. I made a video last year about how all tiers from Tier 5 to Tier 6 are dominated. Are dominated by heavy tanks and heavily armored tanks in terms of win to lose ratios and damage done by damage received and so on. Heavily armored tanks dominate the game. And the RLV-39 was one of the worst tanks in Tier 6, so why nerf that tank? Especially after nerfing all the maps. It's just so frustrating. It was a challenge to play, but now it's ridiculous. No damage at all. Someone else killed it. He was playing well. He was aware that I was focusing him. He was taking precautions. I like this guy. Someone tracked him as I was shooting. Saved him. I wouldn't have killed him, but he would have been hurt. There go the airy stanks again. What a Muppet show. The Ares tank was sniping. Thank you, team. Another thing that very often happens that I see a lot is that teammates do not shoot standard tanks. That was happening, I guess, always. But very often I see that, standard tank and there's someone next to him and waits for the standard tank to become unstuck to start shooting. So, that was a battle. I got level 3 tank case decal in this battle. And here are the results. As I said, a Stanker, Confederate, is it? Yes, and a Bruiser. And here's the personal score, the team score, about 6/5 by damage, and the top 3 by experience, but very close to the other two. And those were the 2 replays. I may do a couple more in the coming weeks. Thank you for watching.